about the one thing that changes everything, and really starting to think about your life in terms of what you want and how to balance it. I don't know about you guys, but when I started visualizing what I wanted out of my life, thought about success and happiness and what that's always been taught to me, right? I said, when I grow up, I want to work in the city. I want to wear these great suits. I want to travel the world, and I just want to have a good time, and I want to be able to sustain my life. And when I got into the working world, I wanted to work really hard. And I think we all have these things within us, whether it's, I'm a woman, I'm, a short woman, I'm a heavy woman, I'm a darker skinned woman, but because of certain things that you have, the lenses that we have and the perception that we have, and I'll talk about that a little bit more, sometimes we have these thoughts that cause us to not really think in terms of what's right there, but we start thinking about all of these gremlins that are inside of us. We start thinking about these negative thoughts, like, well, they probably think because you were this, or because you're that, or because you're a mom, or because you're a black woman, or because you're, somebody who's coming back to work, or you're somebody who's new to work, that you need to prove yourself. You need to do extra. And what we often do is burn ourselves out because we're doing the extra, because we're convinced that all of these little thoughts that are going through our head are going through other people's heads. But I'm here to tell you that, we need to start limiting those things. We need to start focusing on what is real and not worry so much about what other people think. So as we talk about this, when we think about, your wish of, being this corporate person, this very successful person, however you envision that, we expect to be really happy and really fulfilled and really excited about what we're doing. But sometimes we can have this anticlimactic feeling of dread, of frustration, of anger, wondering, man, I looked forward to this moment all my life, but all I feel right now is drained. Every moment, the 1 minute I wanted to go do my nails, the 1 minute I just wanted to watch a show or sit outside and just enjoy the breeze, somebody's draining my energy, taking it from me, whether it's my employees, whether it's my husband, whether it's my best friends. I don't have a minute for myself. So if that sounds like you, then this is probably a really good conversation for us to be having. There was a time in my life where I said, I lived by my checklist. I always had a to-do list, whether it's on my phone, whether it was, in the kitchen I had a to-do list. I had a to-do list in my bedroom because when I was trying to fall asleep, I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything that, in the middle of the night, oh, you know what, I gotta go buy this, so I better have that on the table. I was always checking off the to-do list. Oh my God, when is it ever gonna stop? When am I ever gonna finish the stuff so that I can enjoy life, right? If I'm working so hard, and you work hard so that you can get paid well, and you get paid well so that you can enjoy life, but I don't have time to enjoy life, so how does this all work out? So, never-ending to-do list. Never-ending to-do list. What do you do with that? I felt like everything needed to be done. I needed to have a clean house. I needed to, balance. I needed to make my smoothies. I needed to meal prep. I needed to take care of my father. I needed to do all of these things. So how am I supposed to do that without losing my entire mind? How does that work? So the reality is that I needed to stop and think about what my values were. Do I care that I did not use Fabuloso on my floor so that it doesn't smell like, a meadow every time you come into my house? Could it be that I can mop the floors maybe every 2 weeks, or I could ask somebody else to do it? Does it have to be done? Do I have to stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning making sure I dust? Do I need to make sure that I'm staying up late at night to make sure that, I have these reports done that nobody's going to look at? Nobody even notices that these reports aren't even done. Why am I doing it? So you have to think about your values. For me, I thought I valued holistic health. I thought I valued that. It was important for me. Faith was very important to me, and being centered. My spirituality was important to me. Eating and making sure I'm filling my body with good stuff. But I got to a point where I'm eating like takeout every meal, and I'm having leftovers, and I don't have any energy, and I want to be a professional, but I'm lashing out at people because I'm so frustrated. So what do? I need to stop and be like, what do you value? What is important to you? And then align myself with what's important to me, and then move from there. So,